Hey folks, it's Evgeny from Easy Automations. I wanted to record this quick tutorial to show you how you can use single-use Stripe codes to incentivize paid memberships take-up in your Heartbeat community. You might be asking why single-use codes? Well, the only reason why you should be using single-use codes is that there's no risk that if you send it to a customer and then they share it with their friends or indeed with the entire internet, that they will be able to use it and access a discounted membership with you. So I've got a Heartbeat community here. This is my test community. And so this tutorial will specifically show you how to use it with your Heartbeat community. But in reality, you can use it with just about any product, any access that relies on Stripe, because we will be generating our single-use coupons in Stripe. So if you don't have a Heartbeat community, you're using Stripe to manage your products for something else, this tutorial will also work. So I've got a test membership set up, and if you've ever used direct integration between Stripe and Heartbeat, Heartbeat will set up a product here in your products, which will correspond to whatever membership tier that you would have set up. So what you need to do is you need to create a coupon. And so I've created a coupon here. It's a 10% off first payment. Now, if you've ever created coupons and discount codes in Stripe, you know that a coupon is not the same as a discount code, and a discount code is not the same as a coupon. So a coupon is an overall rule of discounting, where you can regulate what products this coupon applies to, what is it, a percentage discount, is it a fixed discount, and how long the coupon actually lives for. Does it discount only the first payment or subsequent payments? So here I've created a coupon that gives a 10% off, but it runs only once. So on the subscription, it will only discount your first payment. It will not be forever. It won't discount all of the subscription payments. And this is a use case where, for example, you want to incentivize the first payment for a membership in your community, but you want everyone to get on to the full payment as soon as they're in the community and they start bringing you recurring revenue. As you can see, this is the coupon, and these are the promotion codes, the individual single-use codes that we will be generating. So the automation system for us here will be Pabbly Connect. And if you guys don't have a Pabbly Connect account, there's a link in the description of this video, which will allow you to access an amazing lifetime deal from Pabbly. It's an affiliate link. So if you do end up purchasing after clicking this link, I will get a little something from Pabbly, but you guys won't pay a single penny more, and it will support the work that I'm doing here, creating these tutorials for you. So here is the workflow in Pabbly, but if you guys want to go super fast and get this working in your community, you can purchase the automation workflows, which I include as the link underneath this video. My trigger event here will be a new subscriber applied in Drip. Now, Drip is my autoresponder. I trust that a lot of you guys are using autoresponders like Drip, like Aweber, like Constant Contact, or ActiveCampaign, and almost all of them will send a webhook, or they will integrate with Pabbly, and they will send you a notification or a trigger event when a tag is applied. And in my case, for example, I would get someone into my free community in Heartbeat. As soon as that happens, I will subscribe them to a workflow, which will try to sell them access to a paid community. And now at some point in time, I'm going to assume that they haven't purchased, and I want to send them a single-use coupon to incentivize them, to get them to actually join a paid community. So my trigger event will be a new subscriber tag. So as you can see, I've got my account here fully connected, and whenever Drip applies a new subscriber tag, it will send a notification here. Now, the specific subscriber tag that I will be looking for is this one. So this is the tag that I would have set up in Drip, called send promo code. And as soon as Drip applies this tag to someone's profile, I want this automation to fire. Now, because Drip will send you a notification on any tag that it applies in your account. So as you can see, there are no filters here in the actual step. So we'll have to add a filter. So the next step here is the filter, where I am filtering on the data properties tag field being equal to send underscore promo underscore code, which is the tag that I've set up in Drip. The next step here is an API call from Pabbly to Stripe, which will generate a single use discount code. So the action event is execute API request. The action event method is post. The API endpoint is this one here. So let me show you where I got it. So if you go to Stripe developer documentation, Stripe API, there's this bit here under promo codes. It says create a promotion code, and it is this here. And the type of the request is post, which is exactly what we're using. So I'm going to get back to Pabbly. So we're using post, and the payload type is encoded form data. So importantly, it's not JSON. So Stripe takes encoded form data post request, which is quite convenient for us. So there are two parameters that you need to set. One of them is the coupon ID, and the other one is max redemption. So that's, folks, this is why we're doing this. We want to limit the number of redemptions that this code will be valid for. So where do you get the coupon ID? Let me show you. So if you go to your Stripe account, and so you go to your product catalog, right? Then you go to coupons, and this is where, once you've created this coupon, this is the one here at the top. So you need to copy it and then either take note of it or paste it directly into here. There you go. That's your coupon ID, max redemptions, and that's it. So as soon as this one runs, it outputs your code. So this is the customer facing code. This is the one that they would need to enter in the checkout page in Heartbeat in order to get their discount. And so once you've generated this discount code, then you need to communicate it to the customer. Okay, so how do you communicate this code to customers? This is where, unfortunately, you can't use your autoresponder to communicate this to customers, because autoresponders aren't built for sending single emails to single customers. Feel free to check out the API docs for them, but it would be highly unusual for autoresponders to offer you a way to send a single one-on-one email to anyone. So your options really are either use Heartbeat, which is what we're going to be using here in this integration, or you can use your Gmail account. So feel free to use whatever you want. But here, we're just going to use our Heartbeat account to send that code to the customer, because I think it's quite neat. So in order to use Heartbeat to send the code to the customer, we need to do two things. We need to look up the user ID in Heartbeat, and then we need to send a direct message to them. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to do an API call to Heartbeat. So it's a GET request to this API endpoint here and that what it does is it uses email to look up the user ID. Just a reminder, folks, Heartbeat has fantastic API documentation here that allows you to use Heartbeat in ways that integration platforms like Pabbly or Make or Zapier don't allow you to use it. And so this, for example, this endpoint allows you to find a user by email. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're passing the email, and then when this workflow works, it gives you the user ID. And this is the user ID that we're going to be mapping to the last step here in this automation, that is to send direct message to the user. And again, we're using the API by Pabbly module. Now, this one here, you just need to make sure that you are using a custom request here. So as opposed to using the put request like this, you're using a custom request. The API endpoint is exactly from Pabbly's docs. So it's this one here. I will include all the API endpoints in the description of this video. And by the way, if you guys have made it so far, this is a really good time to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that more people can use these videos and so that you guys can be notified when new tutorials are being posted. I really appreciate it if you guys can do that for me. But so yeah, make sure that in Pabbly you are using the custom request. The method is put. The API endpoint is this one. You'll find it underneath the video. The payload type is JSON. And then in the data, you are using this little code here, which again, I will post underneath this video. So it's text. And as you can see in the text, I am using HTML because Heartbeat needs to use HTML, but it's very simple. So it's tag P. I'm saying here is your promo code. Then I'm mapping this code, and then I am closing the tag here. But because this is JSON, you want to use an escape character here. In HTML, you normally close the tag just like this, but because it's JSON and this is typically, it's a special character, it's considered to be a special character in data exchange. So whenever you're doing this, just remember to put a backward slash to make sure that you escape this character. And then 2, this is where we're mapping the user ID from the previous step once we've looked up the user in Heartbeat. And I think we can test this workflow. So here I've got a different account open here, and see I've been testing this workflow and sending myself a whole bunch of promo codes. But let's actually go to Drip and let's add a tag. So I'm going to add myself a tag here. This is the send promo code. Tag's been added. Let's see if Heartbeat sent me a new promo code. And there it is. This is my promo code. That's how it works, folks. But as I said before, if you want to go faster, there's a link where you can purchase these automation workflows directly and just import them into your Pabbly account. And if there's anything else you need, you know where to find me. I've got my contact details in the description of this video. And if you're watching this from the Heartbeat Automation Support Group, so if there's anything else you need, you know where to find me in the community.